So now let's see how to create an HTML file and how to connect the CSS and everything. So let's understand what are the different ways of linking the CSS and working with the CSS styles and everything, right? So I'm gonna install a new file over here, create a new file called index.html. Index.html. So in order to generate the boilerplate code, so all you have to do is to shift exclamatory symbol and hit the enter. So that is going to bring you this boilerplate code. Wait a minute. I don't see. Okay, so here you can see that we have the add document doc type HTML, and we have the HTML head tag, body tag, and everything. So basically this is for, we need to use, by default we are using the HTML5 version, but still there are few browsers which doesn't support the HTML5, like the older versions. In that situations, it needs to use, if that particular doc type is not available, use the HTML, not HTML5. And by default we are setting the language attribute as the English, right? So you can choose whatever the language attributes, like any, like Tamil or Hindi, right? So you can choose what kind of language attribute, that's up to you, so that Google Translator will automatically translate your entire website, right? So then inside the HTML tag we have two different main tags, which is head, and this is for the body tag. So body tag, it's our entire body content of our website, and the head tag is the metadata informations of our website. So inside the very first tag of that head tag is meta tag character sets UTF-8. So UTF-8 is nothing but a character encoding system, right? So what kind of data encryptions that we are going to use in our entire website. Then the next one is the viewport and the content, which is basically, it helps us to access the screen size, the width and height of the screen, the website where it's being loaded, right? So once you access the screen width and height, you can able to write a responsive website design. So in order to access those viewport, screen width and height, we need to use this meta tag. You can see it's accessing the device width, and the initial scale level is going to be the 100%, which means we are accessing the 100% of the screen width, right? So that helps us to write the code responsively for any kind of devices where we are loading that particular website, right? So, and right after that, we have the title tag, which helps us to display the title of the website, which you are seeing right this particular location. So this particular area is the title tag. All right. So right after that, yes, we are pretty much done. So let me say something over here called h1 tag, which is going to be welcome back, something like that. So I need to run this in my local server plugin, which we installed, which is going to be right click and open it with the live server. So click it, and that is going to run it in our local environment. You can see it is running in a local host called 5500 development server link, and it's running. So the reason why we are doing is because every time when you're making some changes, see, it will instantly auto refresh over there, so you don't have to go and back refresh and see the changes, right? So let's understand how the elements are loaded up in our HTML DOM elements. So like, let's right click it and click the inspect elements, and you can see the element sections. We have the doc type, HTML head and body tag, right? And if you expand the body tag, you can see this is the code which we written over here, and the script, it's automatically added by the JavaScript in the browser, right? So if you check it out, for the body tag, we have some margins. You can see we have some margin and border, everything it's been 0, but it's taking some spaces around the body tag. See, it's having by default some margin top, left, right, and bottom corner. So that's the default styles which is loaded up every time when you're loading a website. So in order to do some changes over here, we need to write our own CSS styles. So in order to create your own CSS styles, we have three different types of CSS styles: inline, internal, and external, right? So we have three different types of writing the three different ways to write the CSS styles. So let's go ahead and discuss how to write the three different ways, how to write the CSS using these three different ways, and let's discuss those properties one after the other. All right.